Hello. Today, I want to talk to you about responsibility. So, you hear me talk if you've been with me for a while, and some of you have. Some of you who are new are going to hear me talk a lot about stagnant chi and moving chi. So, what is chi? Chi is, as defined by Eastern medicine and philosophy, the energy, the life force that is animating all that is living. So chi is the life force. And I think of chi as energy. In fact, I think of a lot of things in terms of chi. I think of our health. I think of our relationships. I think of the way that um, I create my surroundings in my home. Um, I think about my physical body in terms of chi. And I will talk to you more about how I relate to those things on other topics. But today we're talking about chi in terms of our inner being, our inner dialogue, um, and how the emotional states that we're in. So, when we imagine some of the things that we've already discussed, like self talk or complacency, we can see that there is a holding to this past in those phenomena, a holding on to the past patterns. And those patterns that we hold on to keep us continually experiencing different pages of the same book. Okay. So when we are stuck in the past, we're actually in a jail of our own making. It's limited and it's difficult to even imagine other possibilities when we're in that past default pattern. And as I said, stuckness can manifest in our feeling life, in our circumstances, in our body, and in our health. When we deliberately work to cultivate presence, we have greater access to the truth. We are more nimble to make choices that are in our best and highest good. I'm going to say something that's kind of unpopular now. I don't believe that there are many truths. I do believe that there is one truth. And that one truth is actually the present moment. And we are currently all looking at the present moment. And our position provides us a particular perspective of the present moment. But that does not mean that we all have separate truths. So, this present moment, this truth that we are experiencing and witnessing from our place it's not the story that we make up later of what we've seen. In looking back on the situation, that is not the truth. The truth is what we experienced when it happened. Okay. So somehow we've led ourselves down this road where truth today is extremely elusive. And we don't even know what's true anymore if we rely on outside sources. So it is especially important right now for us to really maintain focus and presence in the moment and be conscious of what we're experiencing. I want to talk about responsibility. So, that word is so filled with burden and dread for some of us who are already responsible for so many things. It's very difficult to pin down responsibility in our current culture, which is very ADD. I would say there's a commitment phobia phenomena happening. And it has to do with how our attention span has changed through the digital reality we're living in, non reality. Um, the habits, like the ones that we were doing in Periwink, and creating habits that bring us out of autopilot, even though many of us, myself included, at first when we hear responsibility, it's like, okay, another thing. What else now? How many things can I be responsible for? Responsibility is actually the gateway to freedom. When we take responsibility, just like when we are in a state of self acknowledgement and self acceptance and acceptance of our current circumstances, we are then in a position to make a different choice. And responsibility, like acceptance and self acknowledgement, is a deliberate and conscious choice. And this is where we step from acceptance and we launch into our future by accepting our current circumstances and then making a decision to do something different.